Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Welcome to the live trading room right here with TD Markets and the TDM Academy. Before we get going, remember, guys, the information we discuss in this video is opinion and should not be construed as advice in any way. A warm welcome. I see the guys in the chat facility. Jules, I see you there. Sage Boy. Chubbs, I see you there. Transfer, good afternoon. We in. Are you guys ready to go? Good afternoon. All our links are provided by our Magic Marketing team, guys. It's the 28th of April today. Steamrolling through the month as we normally put it. I hope you guys are ready. I hope you're well. Hope you had a good Freedom Day if you're in South Africa. Good Freedom Day there on Monday. We have another public holiday coming up on Friday. So it's a shorter week here for all the traders. But we're ready to go. Our links on the chat facility. There's any questions you have for our support team there, guys. Care at TD Markets is the place to be. That's our support team that's ready, willing to assist you the moment you bring through that query. Yeah. On the other side, we have, our daily classes, private sessions there, Mondays to Fridays, morning sessions at 10, 3 in the afternoon, at 6 o'clock in the evening. That's for the guys that are wanting to learn how to trade. That's for you if you'd like to skill up or upskill your level of trading at the moment, irrespective of what, how many years you have. Trading for a year, 2, 5, 7, 10, that really doesn't matter. And even if you are a beginner, you are welcomed at the TD Academy, brought to you by TD Markets. Yeah, let's get going, guys. Good, week here. We got quite a bit happening in the markets. Not something different. A lot happening, but not different from what we have been exposed to, for the past almost 2 months now. The, Iranian and the U.S., war there seems like it's more of a U.S. and Iranian war, when you look at Israel. But we know there's some stuff happening between Iran and Israel for some time as well. But it seems like the major players right now is Iran and the U.S. Lots of peace agreements, or at least a peace agreement happening there. Some talks back and forth from the one side. The other side, is saying, listen, we do not want to have any, deal or motive, or at least talk in this or deal in this unless our demands are also met. So there's quite a bit happening on the backside there. And it's all politics, and obviously it's affecting the economics of the world. And there's a lot of opinions. There's quite a bit of analysts coming through with saying what's going to happen, what's not going to happen. But again, we are waiting for data to be released. We would like to see a bit more headlines geared towards understanding what is the end result. All right, what is really going to be the end result of everything. And so we're looking at how the technical charts have been, affected, and that's what we want to do here this afternoon. All right, so just a bit of an intro there for the guys. Nothing different, but we want to see the technical charts here. So let's maybe just start it off with understanding what's happening for the day. We know that there are still talks between the United States and Iran. Seems like it's improving a little bit now. Iran may reopen the Strait of Hormuz there. If the sanctions are lifted, so less fear equates to less need for a safe currency like the dollar. So markets are now waiting for the Federal Reserve decision, which is happening tonight. We're waiting for the FOMC statement, the minute meetings or the meetings to be released to see what is happening. Obviously, you can tune in with that as well. You can watch it live, and see what the federal chair has to say about the interest rates. That's the second major driver of what's happening in the markets. But let's look at the technicals and see what has been affected. Let's maybe start with the Japanese yen here. If there's anything that you're trading, guys, you can pop it in the chat facility. Ash will get to it. But if there's something that you're trading and you'd like some clarity as to your setup, are we more than willing to assist? All right, but let's start it off here with the USD JPY. This morning, if you attended the opening bell, you would have noticed that we had a bit of a push either towards the upside or the downside. All right, we saw the yen kept those interest rates the same. Inflation is expected to rise, obviously, due to the oil prices going up in the Middle East. And the challenge we're seeing with the USD, or at least with the JPY, is that the economic growth is slowing down. So, price is really in an area of consolidation. We're currently in a structure. As you can see, this is the structure. But I'm going to actually start over here so you can see what I mean here. And mean what I say here. All right, so let's start off with the daily frame. All right, let's start off with the daily frame. And I have my swing high here for all the guys that are looking for the setups. All right, so that's what I'm doing here. So I'm looking at the setup here because we know that we saw the strength come in today. You can see there has been some movement to the downside today. We will see what happens during the London and the New York Open. All right, that's what we're gonna have to wait and see. So the setup now, the daily, we got the swing high, we got the swing low. All right, and this is the structure that we're actually dealing with. This is the structure. We have a high here. All right, we have a high, and we have a correction that's taken place. Now, price is moving back towards the high. From that correction, moving back towards the high over here. All right. Now, what we're going to be looking for here is for the intraday structure that I'm going to use a 1 hour time frame for. All right. And that is what I'm going to use and cut across the board with all the other assets as well. We're not looking for monthly, weekly levels. We're looking for intraday levels. Why? Because price is volatile. It's fluctuating at speeds. So many scalpers will benefit from this because it's in and out with the volatility. But secondly, swing traders can also benefit because the swings are being completed. I mean, look, every time it swung there, we pushed down, which was in this swing over here. So look what Ash is saying. Every swing that came before is being met by a good correction or a full move. I want you to listen to that. It's met by a correction, a great correction, or a good full move. What do I mean? Movement, correction. Movement, there's the full circle move. Same here, look. Move, it did not reach it there. It went up and then it reached. Okay? So there's either a great correction or there is a full move. Now, this correction has been met. What we're going to look for here, well, could price possibly stop at that area, come back down and give us a deeper correction? Or are we going to push up to the 160? That is what we're looking for with the USD JPY. All right, I'm seeing the chat facility there. I see gold and GBP NZD. I'll go to those ones now. All right, Twister, I see it there, no problem. I'll get the gold. I see Euro JPY and I have the GBP NZD. Okay, so let's finish off here quickly, then we go to the others. All right, so we returning back to that high now. So I'm going to switch to a lower time frame, and I'm going to point to all the important zones. All right, first important zone is we have already passed this area here. Okay, that is a very important zone. We've passed, moving up, we've broken above that area there. Look, price is above. The area that we're looking towards now is that high there at 159. So that's an important zone. And this is an important zone. Okay, those are the two important areas in the structure. Okay, so I'm going to go to a 1 hour. Now watch. 1 hour. You can see we are still above that important area there. That's critical for us at this point. We also passed this area over here. You can see price is above that area. So if I do this, I'm marking that out now. I'm dealing with the 1 hour intraday structure. So what's important is, look here, this zone here and this zone over here. That is for sellers, okay? For buyers, it is simple. It's the zone and that area there. That's it. It's just these four zones here. Now, if price decides to come through and break below 159, we may possibly go and see 158 again. All right. Now, there's a lot that's obviously leading up to it. I want you to really pay attention to what I'm going to say now. Watch the divergence. There, we are exhausting. However, here we have pushed up. So there is exhaustion here. The dollar is in as much as the dollar seems to be strengthening, there's exhaustion that's kicked in. So that's what we're going to be waiting for, all right, for the London and the US overlap. We're going to be looking to see where the price continues the rise to the upside, or if we reject the high, come down and go for the 158. Now, obviously, you can, if it breaks below the 159, there are various areas as a scalper you can get out at any of these levels here leading up to that area at 158. But if you are a swing trader, there's most of the guys that's going to be looking to get out around the 158. All right. So anywhere here, you can actually get out, guys. As a scalper, there's no take profit level. You're getting in, you're getting out. All right. But what we need is we need price to reject, come down, break, and then descend to 158. It's realistic because the exchange rate is realistic. We have 159 to the dollar and we have 158 to the dollar there. 158 yen for the dollar. All right. And 159 for the dollar. All right. So USD JPY, we'll park it. We'll see how that goes. All right. Let's now move to the next. First one on the list over here, GBP NZD. All right. GBP NZD. I'm going down the list, guys. I'm going down the list. Hold on for me 1 second. At 2:30 today, there's nothing that is moving. There's nothing moving here today. We're waiting for the FOMC tomorrow. So let's quickly get in with the GBP NZD. Give me a second. Let's go to work on this one over here. And I'm following the same principle. All right. I'm following the same principle here. I've got my daily. And you can see price is currently at the support. The question is not the daily going all the way up to 232. That's too far. So we got to come down. We have to come down. Coming down is going to mean we possibly go to 230. The 229 and 230. Remember, we are doing what? We are scalping. This is the setup right now. This is the setup. So I'm taking this, I'm literally ignoring this entire move here, guys. The only move I'm interested in here now, GBP NZD, is possibly back to 230. Now that there, from a technical aspect perspective or angle, it's about 89 points. So I'm going to be looking at the shorter time frames now, okay? Now I want you to pay attention to what I'm about to show you. I'm going to look for all the key zones here that the price is already pushed up from, okay? So this is no longer valid. This area is no longer valid. Why? Because we have a new higher low here. So I'm taking this out and we will only deal with that if price had to reject and go down, then we'll deal with that. Right now, I'm only interested in the now price. I'm not interested in anything outside of that. We're trying to go inside of where price is. Okay, so that's my setup. And I'm seeing divergence here. There is movement to the upside. Okay, there is divergence. So if I go back, I want to show you this is the area. Hold on, let me see it. Right, that's the low. That's the low, and I can see the divergence has even happened on the 1 hour. So this is good for us. This is very good for us right now. If you're longing GBP NZD, it looks beautiful. All right, so let me quickly show you the important areas here, and I'll be doing this with everyone so that you can see. All right, so right there, this is the key area right there. 2.29 right there. Okay, the other zone is right here. So this is the two places, the range that price needs to break through. Now, Ash, why are you saying breakthrough? Because what price can do is can go right there and then you buy and then it rejects. So we needed to break through this area here. Once it breaks through, we want to go up to 230. So it has to break through, close above, not just a wick touching. That wick can be a rejection and it can come back down. You just stop losses and you're in trouble. So we need to wait for that one over there. Pretty simple. All right. And yes, it's not pushing it. And guys, I want you to notice what I'm doing. I'm literally dealing with the now price. I'm not dealing with the 12-hour, the daily, where it could go to. I'm dealing with the now. The now. That's 1 hour. That's 15 minutes. I'm dealing with the now. We're trying to scalp here. So GBP NZD done. USD JPY done. I'm moving down the list, peeps. I'm moving down the list. All right. Let's go for the gold now. I'm going on to gold. All right. Gold has now pushed through. The dollar has strengthened here. I dealt with this one earlier on, but I'm going to restart it so that you guys can see what I'm doing here. All right. So from a daily perspective, you can see what price is doing. It's at the support. But what's happening at the support here, it's more bearish and leaning into the support. All right. You can learn. Just listen to this. You're going to learn here, yeah? It's leaning into the support. Look at that daily. If I go to the GBP NZD, it's leaning away from the support. Do you see that? Look at the difference. Listen to what Ash is saying to you. And if you want to get into more detail there, get into our classes. You're going to get into the detail of why I'm saying this. All right. Here, the daily is moving away from the support. Here, the daily is moving towards the support. Listen to what Ash is saying. I hope you guys are picking the gems here. Now, because it's moving into the support, it's giving us a different kind of perspective here that the dollar could possibly strengthen a little bit more. All right. So there we go. It's still leaning in. Look at that. Now, I don't need to do too much over here. Remember, at this point in time, we are looking for the probabilities. Now, if it's leaning into the support and it breaks the support, we're going further down. So now I need to find that complete level, which is not down here. We're not going for 4,100. Remember, you're scalping here. So the next zone, the next low is 4.3. That's the next area. If you try to trade it all the way down till there, if price for 1 second rejects there and does that, you in big trouble. You can blow your account. So be very careful. So we're leaning into $4,346 per ounce for now. All right. Now, from a gold perspective, there's less fear because of the possible US-Iran agreement. The high energy prices are still causing inflation concerns, though, and central banks may keep interest rates higher for longer. That means that if the interest rates are higher, we're coming down here according to the book. All right, interest rates are higher. I beg your pardon. US dollar strengthens. We see gold still coming down here and falling. All right, $4,300 per ounce, 4,346. Okay, now let us get some more understanding now. All right, I'm now going to take away, and I'm going to show you, I'm going to take away this area because this is our setup that we're dealing with now. Okay, that's our setup. It's this point. Let me actually put my areas there. Guys, I'm being detailed here. It's that point, and it is this point here. Those are the two areas that we're dealing with right now. In between, do we push further down or do we push up? All right, so let's go. I'm going back. I'm going to find the areas. There we go. I found the one already. This has been broken. That was the first low. So this now, how do we know that is a low? Because it has a lower high. Structure. This is a lower low. So we have now broken through. You can see it. So don't be shocked if you see something like this. Don't be shocked. Okay? Don't be shocked if you see something like this going back up. That's what price does. But if price continues to go up past the lower high and that area, it's obvious you don't want any sells here. This is the max. This is the maximum here. You don't want price to go and create a new high here. Should stay below that area. Okay? Excuse me. So that area is what we look for, possibly. Or it can continue dropping. It's one of the two. All right? It's one of the two. Now, what's critical for you now is to ask the question, okay, Ash, from there, Where does it possibly go before 4346? I'm going down now. I'm going down to a lower time frame. Let me do the 1 hour so you can see it. This is the zone that's critical right there. It's literally come down and broken below this zone. So what happens next now? Now we wait for price to break again, because what has happened here is that price has already broken through this area, which is equivalent to this entire move here. It's already broken through. Okay? Now, it may not drop down immediately towards 4346. There are pit stops along the way. Why? Because of substructure at the inside here. All right? So let's go into the substructure and let me show you what I mean by substructures. I can't go into detail here. You'll have to get into the classes with substructures. Those are all substructures inside a low and a high. All right? So I'm going down now. I'm going down. Here's the first pit stop right there. 4-4. So should price come down further today, we're looking at 4476 as a pit stop. There we go. That's within this zone here. That is a pit stop. 4476. Let me just zoom in. And we have quite a bit of divergence here as well. All right, we have divergence here as well. There's divergence here. So we could get a stronger dollar here. I'm seeing it myself. There we go. Now in this session, if it gives us that, I'm going to wait for this to break now. 4554. I can get a 5-minute frame. First a 1 minute, because I'm seeing a bit of I see a bit of lifting here. I see a bit of lifting in the oversold zone. So that's why I'm not going to enter now. So what I'm going to need is I'm going to need a 1 minute first, the first break, and then I'm going to need a 5-minute follow through at 4554. That's what I'm looking for here on the gold price. It's a little bit more detailed, guys. It's a little bit more detailed, okay? But we're going to have a look and see what happens there. So 4554.26. I need a minute break first. And then I'm going to wait for a 5-minute follow through. After that, I'm going to get into this, into the gold, okay? Bear in mind, the oil price is also pushing up, which gives us some movement there. With the oil price strengthening, we're getting a stronger dollar. So that's in our favor. All right. That's the gold price right there. Let's now go. Euro JPY. You can see I'm working down the list. Let's go to Euro JPY now. So we may get something similar to that of the USD JPY, but bear in mind the Euro USD is there. So it might not necessarily be the same. Remember Euro USD? Where were we? We were still pushing. Oh, sorry, we still need to come to Euro USD. Apologies. We are possibly pushing down with the Euro USD and pushing up with the USD JPY. All right. Are we together? We said it has to break 159. If it breaks 159.30, if it breaks 159.84, that to us is where we want to be. But for now, let's go Euro JPY. Euro JPY. Very simply, look at price here, and it's at a support, but it's moving away from the support. Telling me a whole lot now about this setup. And I'm just dropping down. This is already, oh my, this is very interesting. Look at the 1 hour. We are already above the zone here. That was the low. That was a low. And it's not a very strong or convincing lower low. There's a rejection there. So we have managed to create a low here, but it's not a very convincing, all right? It's not a very convincing lower low, even although it's there, okay? Even although it's there. Now, what's going to be important is price might go up temporarily here because there's already a lower low, but it's not a very strong one. So hence I'm saying the rejection could come in and take it to a different place. So we've created the low there. There's not a convincing lower low here. It is there structurally, so we have to respect it. Lower highs, lower highs. So we have to respect it. So price could possibly just go back up to that high over there at 187. So let's see if that is a reality. Let's see if it's a reality. So far, I don't have anything here. And what I'm looking for, do you see this low? I'm looking for an area here. Let's go. Nothing yet. I'm going to the smaller time frames. Nothing yet. Oh, this is massive. Oh, that's a big drop. That means we could be pushing up completely if that's the case. Hold on. Let me just see if I have this right. Apologies, guys. I just want to see if I have this right. There we go. Let me just see if I have this right. There we go. Right here. So this is a tap. All right, so we at 186 now. Okay, and I want to see the break. So it's creating some form of a support here. A lot of divergence here. Lots. Look at that. It's absolutely massive. So what we need now, okay, because now we need to understand where we at. So let me take off the divergence because it's there. Let me take it off. It's there. Let me take this RSI off. It's there. You can use any oscillator. You can use a stochastic. Yes, they provide different functions. One for position, one for strength, power. But you can use them to look for divergence, okay? So now, this is my area here. This is my zone here. So I'm trying to go to 187. Okay, so this is the area I'm going to concentrate on now. So I'm going to go down. Let's see. There we go. This is what I want to see right here. That's the swing high right there. So what I'm going to wait for here, that's a beautiful swing high. So what I'm going to wait for, if price comes, if this setup is correct, we need to break that area because structurally that's a high, higher low. So we need to break to go up there. So I'm waiting for that zone to be broken to go and get the 187. It's that simple, guys. We're not complicating this at all. That's about 68 pips. We're not complicating this at all. All right. That's if we get a correction to the upside that's a bit higher, which can feed back into those zones. Okay. But if price comes down, I mean, I think that's pretty straightforward. Okay. That's pretty straightforward. If price, let me just get a level for you so that you don't, we'll be feeding back into the 184 right there to go and create some more there. That would be a stronger yen. So the two areas that we're looking at on this one is either we are doing this if we break above the 186, or we're getting the yen to continue to be stronger. And this is where we go. It's that simple. We're not complicating this at all. All right, let's go. So that's the Euro JPY. All right, Euro USD. Euro USD. Let's go firstly to the daily. All right. Hold on. All right, so here, Euro USD is moving away from that resistance. It's moving away from the resistance. And it has created a lot of divergence. Okay, it's created a lot of divergence. the most recent one right here, that's a lower high. That's a lower high. Let me just get some clarity here. So from there to there, that's my support. It's moving towards that area. Let's see further. So this is the area here for the guys with the Euro USD, 1.15. Right there. That's the setup. Lots of divergence here. Look at this. Up, down. Lots of strength towards the downside. Now, remember, once again, there's divergence there so we can see it. So now what I'm going to look for, where can I enter? So there's a later entry, which is here. That's a later entry to enter the more conservative guys. Now you get the more aggressive traders. Let's just see if I can find something for you. For the more aggressive guys that want to enter earlier. Here we go. There it is. A little bit earlier right there. That's 1.16. 1.16. Sorry, wrong label. Apologies. 1.16762. And then we have this one here, the later. Some of the guys are going to wait for the entire low to be broken. You're going to wait for 1.16. That's just, it's a different ways that guys trade. Okay, it's nothing, it doesn't mean you're losing out. It just means that there's a different way in which guys trade. That's it. All right, it's not complicated in that. All right, so that's, we got GBP NZD gold, we got Euro JPY, Euro. I have to do the US 30. So let me just complete you quickly. So this is what it's looking like, guys. 1.16, 762, 1.16677. Lots of divergence here. It's created the lows. So that's a low, that's a lower high. So what we actually essentially saying, waiting for a lower low here before we go to 115. That's what we're looking for. All right, so let me loop back quickly. Euro JPY. And remember, we're seeing something different here, guys. USD JPY will be different from Euro JPY because of the dollar here. If the dollar strengthens, the Euro JPY is different there. Because then it means the USD JPY is moving with the Euro USD and with the gold price. Don't forget that, okay? All right. So Euro USD, I think we're okay for now. We're waiting to see what happens at those zones. Now, again, price can push to the upside, guys. We're not oblivious to that. There can be a correction because we already created the low and there's a lower high. So price has not created the lower low. So structurally, it's not obligated to go down. It doesn't matter if there's a low, lower high. This whole structure can be broken, where price just goes up and creates a new lower high, and then a proper lower low. That can happen. Right now, if you make a decision now, you're merely going with the fact that price has created a low, but there was no follow through structurally here. Please understand that. That's very, very, very important. All right, let's go US 30. All right, here we go. This one has an interesting one here. It's actually moving in consolidation, US 30. There's consolidation here. Look at that. That's a lot of consolidation. This is uncertain at this point. What we do know about this specific section over here, though, is that price has only created a low. It's only created a low right now. So if you're trading the US30 up, it's created a low, and we are seeing that the lower high, oh my, yeah, no. If you are in a position now, from here, look at this. This is all consolidation. Excuse me. So if you're going to get into a sell now, you are basically getting into an uncertain zone. So what we actually essentially need is price to break down here, or we want to see if price is going to keep the extension, because then we're just becoming back up here to 50,000 points, right? So right now it's consolidating. If the dollar strengthens, we're going to see a lower stock market here. So if the gold price goes down, Euro USD goes down, the oil price goes up, we're going to get the US30 possibly coming down, because it's going to be running with the S&P 500, which is looking pretty bearish right now. All right. Now, just so we do know, I just want to get this is what I want to get. I want to get where it could possibly go to. Yeah, that's a bit of a big drop all the way down. What we'll need here, if I were to give you a proper, we'd need a touch here first. So what we need here is price to do this. Touch to actually come down. If you're looking for shorts, there. And then we'd need that. Now, if it does that, okay, we could go down. It's now at 48,000. We could go down as far as 46. Look at that. Yep. There we go. If he does that, 46,865. That's the stock market right now, okay? Let's go in. Let's go look for the Euro CAD now. We got the Euro USD. Let's go for the Euro CAD. And then, look, guys, there's nothing really happening right now. Euro CAD could be moving with the Euro JPY. Look at that. So let's put them next to each other. Euro USD. Yeah, look, the Euro USD is also, it's not really pushing up. It's still in that section there. So, and then the gold price is still at that area. USD JPY hasn't moved much. All right, so Euro CAD now strengthening to the upside. All right, Euro CAD strengthening to the upside. Now, what's important to understand is that it's moving away from that swing low. Moving away, 1.59. There we go. It's looking pretty. Yeah, there's a support here. That's a beautiful support right there. There's definitely divergence here. All right, and we could be pushing up to 1.60 right there. So from there, yeah, look, a much better trade would be from there to there. Much better trade. All right, hold on for me. Let's take this off. Let's see here. You already bounced from that high. Beautiful bounce. Look at that. It's powerful, actually. So if we break above this area here, that's a beautiful trade, actually. Yeah, that's a good trade. 30 pips. Brilliant. So we could just get a touch here and a correction. So from there, we could get a touch, then correction. and then we push up further. All right, that's what it looks like at this point in time, which the Euro JPY also looking bullish. Now, looks like the strength is being spread here. All right, so Euro NZD also going up back to 1.99. Euro USD, let me just see if the divergence is there, because remember, that support is very, very strong. That support looks to be strong. Although price is moving inside of it, it's still sorry, not moving inside, moving away. It was the gold that was moving in. Sorry. So the Euro USD price is moving away from it intraday. Okay, it's moving away intraday. And there's definitely divergence here, guys. So from here to about there, it's about 22 points. Could be going up to 1.17. Let's just see if it has broken. So we need, what we need now is a lower high. We need that. If we're going to be going up, we need this. All right, now remember, price can break through and then just go up and then come down. It can't do that. So far, we only have a high to work with. Remember, structure is all about the highs and the lows. So we only have, from that support, we have one high. So this high can extend, but then it does not mean we're going up. It can extend all the way up and then come down completely. That's very important to understand. So as long as you're within the structure, right now we only have a high to work with. We need a higher low, possibly, that we can find on the high on the lower time frames. Or what price can do is it can just extend up. So you can wait for breaks. And this is where it becomes risky, because if you're going to take the trade once price breaks and you anticipate it to extend one way up, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's riskier than this alternative here. Why? Because that has a support level. This is working off that support. So you have to think in terms of exhaustion. If price is coming from that area, going up, extending, and then it comes to this zone here, that support can be exhaustive because it's not fresh. So the buyers here, what they do is they'll pull out there, grab their money and out. But here is a fresh support that has a leg to stand on to take us up. That's important to notice, guys. That's important for you to note. So let's loop back, guys. It's 1444. All right, we're just doing a bit of technicals here today. All right, so Euro USD right now, we're waiting. The gold price, nothing has moved as yet, but we have created not a strong lower low, but a lower low nonetheless. We have created a lower low, and that lower low has extended into the hours. You can see it. The 1 hour did close beneath, which is important. But when you go further up, okay, the 3 hours as well. Okay, good. So the 3 hour too. The 4 hours not closed beneath. 4 hours a beautiful time frame to get follow throughs. Okay, just remember that. So nothing on the gold yet. The oil price is still there. Let's go to the Euro CAD. We had said we looking for some more follow through, possibly up to the 160, and then we go the 1.654 to go up to the 163.76. Euro JPY, nothing has moved here yet, so there's definitely a fight happening there. US 30 is looking bearish, but again, you know, this would be a much better trade if you see it start breaking here. There is a low. There's a lower low. If it gets created, you can get in there, but know that price can push up. Now, if you have a stop loss anywhere, it can trigger your stop loss and then come down. So it would be a much better wait for price to create an additional lower low. But again, not everybody's patient. You gotta be aware of that. Not everybody's patient to wait for that, unfortunately, and that's where the challenges come in. GBP NZD, we said that, look, price is looking pretty bullish intraday. It's now in there. Look at that. It's moving nicely into that zone that we had spoken about. It's moved away from the support area, created the high, higher low, just like we would like with the Euro USD. Look at that. It's the same. So we need a higher low, and then it pushes in. That's the fresh support, fresh pair of legs. There is no exhaustion that takes place there now. All right. So if we can get that break above the 2.29 and close 230, becomes a beautiful zone for us to enter. USD JPY coming down. USD JPY coming down, so which means we're going to see the Euro JPY come down as well, and the Euro USD could possibly follow. But there's definitely no correlation between Euro CAD and Euro JPY right now. The US dollar is on its own at this point in time. The US dollar is on its own at this point in time. All right. And it's obviously correlated with the oil price for now. So Euro Yen, nothing here. I said to you guys, if we do push, it's already created a low, lower low. If we break that lower low, 184. It's pretty straightforward here today, guys. Euro USD, straightforward, below 159. Below 159. And then we're looking to come a little bit down. All right. Pretty straightforward here today, guys. There's nothing happening at this point from a high impact data perspective. We do have the FOMC statement tomorrow. That's 8 p.m. South African time. And then, so as well, it's the federal funds rate. It's the forecast is at 3.75. The previous was at 3.75. And so we have the federal funds rate tomorrow, the FOMC statement, the FOMC press conference. And you want to check that out. Also look at the Bank of Canada's press conference, guys. That's today at 4:30. And let's see what they say. No, sorry, that's tomorrow as well. Apologies. Everything is happening tomorrow. The Australian CPI month on month tomorrow. That's obviously morning hours, 3:30. That's 3:30 a.m. And then we have the Bank of Canada, the rate there as well coming out tomorrow. The forecast is 2.25%. All right, so let's see if there's cuts. If there's no cuts, if it remains unchanged, it's going to be a very interesting one. And then obviously Thursday we'll be back to see how these have actually pushed, if the FOMC statement has made any change to these movements here. All right, but at this point, guys, everything is, is standing still at a support and a resistance. The minor pairs looking a little bit better than the major pairs. Euro CAD, Euro JPY, GBP NZD, Euro NZD. All right, is looking much better than the major pairs right now. But watch the US Open at 3:30 today, and let's see how that goes. What a pleasure being with you today, guys. Ashley Reeve, right here with you with the live trading room with TD Markets and the TD Academy. Absolutely a pleasure. If you'd like to obviously tune a little bit more, guys, you'd like to open an account with us, www.tdmarkets.com, and you can also email our care@tdmarkets.com support team. They're there to assist you. All the links are in the chat facility as well. Make sure you tune in with us. It's Ashley Reeve once again. Such a pleasure, such a blessing being with you guys. Have a fantastic one. We'll see you guys soon. Ciao, ciao.